Still in my bag, intact, don't slack. Fill in the gap, it's a rap, no cap. Might stay dash, just to chase they cash.
Welcome back to another day in the Elajas era. I'm your host with the most boast, Taylor Elajas. And today we are joined by Russ Gray. Why don't you go and tell the people where you're from?
I'm from Maspeth, Queens, New York.
Hailing from Queens, New York. So what was it like growing up in your neighborhood of Queens?
Growing up in Maspeth was cool, man. You know, it's a pretty typical Queens neighborhood in the sense where it's like working class. It's scrappy. You know, it's a little trashy too. But like, just like every day coming home from school, going straight to the park, me and all my boys, and going to the pizzeria, the deli, back to the park, playing ball for hours. Then as you get older, you see some people turn out hustling instead of playing ball, and it's just like you see a bunch of things at a young age. So it's like it's good to like get that perspective. And the best part about Queens is that it's one of the most diverse counties in the world. So you see all different perspectives and cultures when you're at such a young age. So that really shapes your view and like gives you such an open mindedness, you know?
Diverse, cultural, and I heard you guys get the money. So why do you make music?
I started off making music as a way to cope. So I would write when I was around 15 to deal with anxiety I was going through, just about like past events and like past demons and current demons that were haunting me at the time and still continue to. And writing, it was like a form of poetry, but I didn't even know it at the time. It was just it was a release. It was getting things off my chest, clearing my mind. So that was just like a necessity. And then slowly it took over my life and became a dream and a career path for me. And now it's just like it's been my passion and my love in my life for a couple of years now. So I just have no choice. I need to do it. I need to. I'm obsessed. So that's why it's not about any type of money or any fame or anything like that. That's obviously the goal, but I would do it anyway, you know?
When the music knock at the door, you gotta answer. So describe to the listeners your sound and style of music.
I feel like I'm an old soul, and because I'm so influenced by old school music, especially old school hip hop, I definitely have that within my sound, but I also feel like I blend it with new school flavor, obviously new school perspective, because that's what I'm living in right now. And so I feel like I blend old school and new school, and then it's always poetic because the lyrics is how I got into this in the first place. So that's always going to be a top priority of mine. So a poetic blend of old school and new school.
A hybrid of old and new. You definitely don't see that too often. Tell me, do you have any musical influences?
My guy, I got too many musical influences to name. We could be here for days, but I'll try. Tribe Called Quest, Wu-Tang, Jay-Z, of course, Nas, Biggie, rest in peace, Big L, rest in peace, Mobb Deep, rest in peace, Prodigy, let's see, Kendrick, Eminem, Aventura, Aretha Franklin, damn, Mac Miller, rest in peace. Yeah, man, there's a lot. I could go on for days. Joey Badass.
That's definitely a whole lot of influences. So coming off that question, what was your favorite album growing up?
Damn, how can someone be this good in one album? Like, that was crazy to me. It was just, Illmatic blew my mind, and it still does to this day. It's just like flawless. It's the best album ever made. It's the Bible, you know. Study that for years. That's the greatest album ever.
Hey man, despite how many years it's been since its release, Illmatic is still a crazy album with crazy replay value. But getting off that, describe to the audience your favorite type of beat.
I like dynamic beats, so beats that'll have a lot going on in them but are still concise. So maybe a bunch of different energies in one, a bunch of different instruments, but all come together to have the same idea and the song still be concise. But there's a fine line between like a beat doing too much and just enough where it's still like, okay, this is all one song. But yeah, I like something smooth that'll allow me to like talk my talk on, but will still have the musical effect where it's like, okay, this isn't just like someone just rapping a million bars a second. Obviously, there's a time and place for that, but I like the effect of being able to rap and then it's still having that theatrical cinematic effect. You feel me?
When did it really first occur to you that you wanted to be in the music industry?
Being in the music industry, like being a rapper specifically, I feel like was always a dream of mine in the back of my head, but I kind of just left it there. You know, like I didn't let it take over. I was trying to push it away as much as possible, it felt like, but it was just like, nah, this is your passion, you know it. You might be hiding it right now, but this is what you're gonna do eventually, whether you like it or not. And I was just like, I think I was afraid at the time. So like when I was young, I was like, nah, that'll never happen. Nah, that's unrealistic. Nah, I don't want to be that guy on the corner selling mixtapes in Times Square. But then progressively just like took over my life, where it was just like, I have no choice. This is my passion. This is my life. I love to do it. I might be denying it right now, but this is what I love to do. So it was always a dream of mine. I knew in the back of my head that I wanted to do it, but I want to say only like 2.5 years ago is when I started admitting it to myself and to others. So I was probably been taking it serious like 2 years now.
You gotta go chase what you love. So in chasing what you love, are you looking to get signed or go the independent route?
I feel like the concept of, oh, get signed or stay independent kind of sets it up to be more black and white than it is. You know, like I think there's a gray area there. I know usually, like historically, it is black and white. It's like either you're independent and you get your money yourself, or you get fucked out of a deal and taken advantage of by record labels. But I think there's a gray area, especially these days, because artists are smarter. So I'm not going to say I'll never sign a deal, because if I get a good deal, I'm going to sign it. Like, obviously, I'm not going to sign my life away. I'm trying to own my masters type shit, but I'm not going to say no to any type of deal just hypothetically because it's a record deal. Like, obviously, independent seems like now that's the way to go, and that's the smarter route. But I'm not going to turn anything down just like off the jump. I'm going to listen to any offers I get and then make the decision from there, because there are some people that still get good deals. And, you know, if a good deal comes to me and it makes sense, I'm going to take it. If not, I'm going to stick it out independent, because there's money there too. You know, there's benefits to both. So I just stick it out and stay open to everything. You feel me?
Do you tend to cater your music to a specific audience?
I personally don't cater towards a specific audience at all, because I don't cater to anybody. Because I know there might be a specific type of person that fucks with my music. It might be more of like a old school music head, or someone that just prefers lyrics in general over anything else. But catering towards anybody or anything will cause you to stay stagnant and not be you. So if I evolve as an artist, then that audience that I'm catering towards is going to be mad, or I'm going to have to not evolve. I'm going to stop myself from evolving, and that's just not going to happen. So that will cause me to stay stagnant, and it'll cause me to not be me. You know, I'm not going to have anyone else try to tell me who to be. If I'm personally changing and evolving and wanting to do something, I'm going to do it. And that's me staying true to myself as an artist. And that's the most important thing.
Keeping your music open to a lot of different ears is certainly important. Do you have any goals entering 2019 for you as an artist?
I got a couple specific goals for this year as far as my music goes, and but in general, it's to grow my following, grow my fan base, and then some of the specifics that go in with that is I'm dropping an album this year, so goal is to release that project this year. That's already in the works, so that'll happen. Another specific goal would be to go on my first tour this year before 2019 is over, or at least have it lined up before 2019 is over. That's been a big goal of mine. I'm gonna do whatever I have to do to get that done, and part of that is growing the following, the general goal that I said before. So yeah, just growing as an artist, growing my fan base, my following, continuing to put music out. I've been doing these freestyles, continuing to do those, and dropping singles every month with those freestyles every week, just to build momentum to lead into the album, and then hopefully you'll see me on tour.
Certainly some great goals, and I hope you achieve every single last one of them. So what is a song you would recommend to the listeners out there right now to go bump by you?
I would recommend that people listen to all my songs. But one that I feel like defines my sound and my style would be Hustle. You can find that on all streaming platforms. There's a video out on YouTube, so yeah, check that out.
Why don't you let the people know where your music is available?
My music is available on all streaming platforms you could ever think of. Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, YouTube Music, Amazon, MySpace, LimeWire. Yeah, man. SoundCloud. If you go to the bodega on Grand Avenue, my music's available there. You could find it there. Yeah.
What are your social media handles so that people can go give you a follow?
Y'all could follow me at Russ Gray Music. RUSGREY Music. That's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's just Russ Gray with the $. And my real name is Russ Gray with the $, RU $. In the handles, they don't let me use the $, so it's just Russ Gray with the regular S. If you have a problem with that, you could write to the mayor's office, and they'll get on that as soon as possible. But yeah, follow me, please, man. It's the only thing that brings value to my life is my follower account. So yeah, thank you.
I want to thank Russ Gray for joining me on Fill in the Gap. Do you have any final words for the listeners?
Yes, thank you everybody for listening. Peace and love. Do something you love in life. Do something that brings value to your soul. Do good for others. Thank you very much. And Elajas, thank you. Everything you're doing with music journalism and everything you're doing for the fans, but not just them, for the artists also. Uplifting the culture. I appreciate you. Keep working hard. Thank you.
I appreciate the kind words, man. Thank you. That was Russ Gray, and I'll catch you next time on Fill in the Gap.
Born prodigy, best believe I keep it thorough. Do this for my family, man, I do this for my borough. Queens represent to the day that I am down low. Even in the grave, have them questioning like how so. Say I'm unassuming, whiter than cocaine, then they hear the music,